Hi, welcome to Creatively You, Means and Mediums. In this video, I'll just be giving you a short introduction to soft pastels, sort of like the basics, but enough so that you can start playing around and experimenting with this awesome art media. First of all, just a quick clarification that there is a difference between soft pastels and oil pastels. And while we won't go into that today, just be sure to get the right kind of pastels if you decide that you want to check out these and future soft pastel tips and techniques. Also, art supplies can be pretty crazy expensive. Don't go out and get the costliest pastels money can buy. Start with something smaller. I'd recommend getting the pastels that come in packs. Perhaps start with a student grade one. That way, you make sure that you have a variety of colors to explore with. Do be sure that you have one or more whites though, even if you have to buy it extra. Also, purchase some pastel paper. Again, not something expensive. Pastel paper is different from many other types of paper because it has teeth. All this means is that it has a certain texture that allows pastel pigments to adhere to it. So, now that we've got all that under our belts, let's talk about the three different types of soft pastel. This first one that I'm using is literally a soft pastel. This next is semi-hard, and then there's the pencil kind. The soft pastel has a more buttery texture. It spreads a bit more, while the semi-hard has a cleaner edge, and the pencil is great for finer details. Because of the nature of this medium, not all of the pigment is going to stick to the page, and you're going to end up with some dust. Getting rid of this dust is easy, but you don't want to flap it into the air. You don't want it all over your floor, furniture, or clothes, and you definitely don't want to breathe it in. To get rid of the dust, simply use a piece of newspaper or an open garbage can. Tip the pastel paper over and gently shake the dust into the newspaper or garbage can. Now into the good stuff. One of the awesome things about soft pastel is how the pigments can be blended together. It can be an absolutely gorgeous effect. Here's the thing though. There are a lot of people who do this with their finger. All I can say is, don't. There's no need, and you'll get a much nicer effect if you do it another way, which I'll explain in a minute. With soft pastels, one thing you want to remember is to start with the dark colors first, and move to the light, like I'm doing here. Now, say I want to blend these two colors. The great thing is that the lighter color can actually be used to blend the darker one together with itself. Alternately, and what I do most often in my pastel portraits, you can use white to blend everything together. Don't press down hard, it's just a really light feathery motion. And there you have it! Some simple tips and tricks to start with. If you're interested in becoming better friends with this medium, I encourage you to just play around a bit with what I've shown you in this video. Get a bit more comfortable with using soft pastels. I'll continue posting additional soft pastel tips, tricks, and techniques so that we can delve deeper into this amazingly unique medium together. Interested in more from Webster Art Gallery? Join my mailing list to get behind-the-scenes looks into the art studio, sneak peeks at new and upcoming artworks, as well as upcoming videos and tutorials, and special members-only promos. Join me now at www.websterartgallery.com.